Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Life Below Par. We got a very interesting episode for you guys. But before we get into that, we'll get into our socials. You can check us out on Instagram at Mayflower Sports and Twitter at Sports Mayflower. Let's dive into the review of the 2021 Genesis Invitational. What do you got to say about it, Scooter?
It was obviously, before we get to the finish, it was like we mentioned before, it was a stacked field, kind of the first one of the year. Unfortunately, didn't really live up to that. I mean, it took a couple guys, right out of the tournament pretty quick. Guys like, JT finished 8 over,
Fifth
maybe
last?
something like that. Yeah. Rory didn't do well. DeChambeau didn't do well. Um, and then even if some of them did make the cut, they weren't exactly, high finishes.
Definitely. I
So that
mean,
was a little disappointing, but
yeah, no, definitely. But what was it? I was going to get into, I was expecting better scoring after the nine
mhm.
holes on the third round. I predicted, I think last week -16, and I thought, wow, it might even go over that. And then the winds just picked up, and I mean, we saw some of those clips. We
Yeah,
can put one in. I think it was
true.
Keegan Bradley,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that was quite a fun clip to watch. Me and the roommates had some laughs at that.
Keegan
But
Bradley, Terry. And I don't know how you're going to play this hole. It's down breeze.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't lay up. And there's so much pitch in this green because from the players, right?
Oh no, Frank. Oh my, what a place
I've never seen a putt do that, though.
I've never. Oh my goodness.
But I think the wind at the end of the day kind of took over the tournament on the third day, and then
Yeah,
Sunday
agreed.
it was a little bit
I
all
mean,
over the place.
yeah, they're saying, but Finau went 64, so it was obviously out there. No one was
Yeah,
just
definitely.
not many guys were getting going too low. Yeah, I'm just ripping down the leaderboard. I mean, the two guys are, I guess the three guys really pulled away, kind of. Sam Burns, that's a tough one for him. He had a kind of a shot there to just kind of lock it
Big
up.
shot. Big shot. He had what, a
Going
two-shot
to,
lead maybe?
he had a 2 or 3 shot lead with like 5 or 6 holes left. He just
Mhm.
unfortunately didn't get it done. So 12 was the winner, 13 or 12, I guess, was the winner. 11, 9, 7. I mean, so there's a bit of a drop off. Some good players. Speed had another good week, but still -4. So
Mhm.
yeah, no, it was a little disappointing. But I guess may as well just jump right in how it ended. Obviously,
The
I
finish,
know you're a
man, what a
Max.
finish.
I know you're a Max Homa guy, so I'm
Yeah,
sure you're pretty happy about that. I'm definitely more of a Tony Finau fan, so I'd be lying if I say, when he did miss that putt, and for anyone who didn't see it, Homa stuffed one on the last hole to, I don't know, 3 feet maybe,
mhm.
and then lips out, pretty hard lip out to send it to a playoff. So I mean, you obviously hate to see that, but I can't say, yeah,
At least he won
yeah,
at the end of the day. I mean,
yeah. I
I'm
mean,
a big
and it's
Finau
not like
guy.
he now lost it, right? He played unreal to get to just get
Exactly.
you know.
Exactly. It's just devastating to see Finau have another second place though, or another time where he's in the run of things, and
Yeah,
then
there's some crazy stats out there. How many top fives? And like, I think he has 8 runner-ups in the last like 2 or 3 years or something like that.
I might have seen, I think it was like 36 maybe top 10 finishes without
Yeah, let me pull it up
since his last
really quick
win.
here.
It was
He has
something
some.
absurd.
He's like, he's a top. He's a 15th over world. That's his official world golf rank. And imagine if he converted a couple of those wins, he'd be a top 10 player. I mean, probably
Well,
he
imagine,
plays like a top 10 player anyway, but he just can't pull up some. If he had some of those wins, it would be even better. I'm
imagine
just
a
going
world
down.
out there where
Yeah. Oh my God.
Finau was a closer like Tiger or something like that.
So in the last 4 years, and taking this year into consideration, is
Mhm.
three, 2, 3, 8. Yeah, so he's 8 runner-ups in the last basically 3.5 years.
Crazy. Easily could be
And
what,
top
4-4?
Top 10s is 28.
28. Okay, not 38.
No,
28.
and then 5, 15, 20, 31. He's 42 top 10s in the last 6.5 years.
Wow.
I mean, the guy's just like a machine out there. He just can't get it done. But I'm sure he will find. He's obviously just too good right now. And I mean, he just hits the ball. He's kind of got the perfect golf physique. He's tall, skinny, bombs the ball.
Mm-hmm. But what about that shot by Homa? I mean, you even text me, I think, when the ball was next to the tree.
Oh,
and
yeah. Well, I guess yes. So for context, obviously they go to a drivable par 4, number I think it was 10 for the first playoff hole, and it wasn't even a bad shot. He just rolled against a tree, but the first camera view made it seem like it was right up against the tree.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no room. Which in that case, he would have probably had to
Go
chip
lefty.
out and go lefty, and then have a tough chip to get up. He would have had to probably drain a putt prior.
Yeah, I was hoping he was going lefty because I can't remember the last time I seen a professional player have to shoot the other way in a playoff hole under pressure. It just would have been interesting to see, but I mean, obviously pulled off a pretty miraculous shot as it was.
No, he gave it. That was a really nice shot, and then he just almost birdied it. So did Finau. Finau just slid it by too.
I think that was when Finau gave it away. I think when he had that advantage, he had to get that up and down.
He did have a tough little chip there, kind of short-sided himself a little bit. But again, and then his bunker shot on the second, on 14, the second playoff hole, just didn't release for him. It looked like he just. I don't even know.
Left
They're
it
so
short.
good. They can just put so much spin on those bunker shots. I mean, that's pretty much the tournament. I mean, it's not like there's many other big names.
There were for us.
Sniffing around. Yeah.
Koepka and Harman. What a heartbreaker that was on Sunday. Yep. I was following that just as much as the leaderboard. The leaderboard was flip-flopping around.
Yeah.
I mean, Harman had like a 2 or 3 shot lead. He shot 73 the last day and finished +1, while Koepka shot 2 under 69 and ended up finishing even par. Just another heartbreak. 0-2.
For anyone who didn't listen last week, we're doing head-to-heads, cumulative, like an ongoing thing. Randomly pick guys. Each of us get a player for that week. Last week I smoked Luke. But it wasn't even fair, really. Like, he had the worst player in the world. You got the worst player ever.
Kenny
Pigman.
Kenny fucking Pigman.
So smoked you there, and then obviously it's close here, but I'm up 2, which will kind of segue ourselves into. There's 2 tournaments this week, so we're going to do 2.
Just for fun, we might as well do the WGC, obviously, and we're going to do the Puerto Rico Open as well, just to have a little fun.
Rico, which is Tony Finau's last and only win.
Yep.
So let me do yours first for the WGC. 72 players, so it's a smaller field. So here we go. But this is a week. If you get both, you're tied. You're tied right back. So,
True. This could be a bounce back week for me.
33. So you got 33, who is Sungjae Im, which, man, he's nasty.
No, obviously Sungjae is a very good golfer. The slowest backswing
of
any player I've ever witnessed. But you're going to get like Rory or JT.
I mean, JT didn't exactly impress.
See what the heartbreak lies this week.
Let me see. Sanjay. Come on. Let's go. Okay, let me do mine real quick, then I'll get both.
Sounds good.
71. Justin Thomas.
Fuck you.
All right,
Fuck
let's
you.
go.
I already knew what was happening.
Okay,
I can see
well,
fucking Magoo laughing in the fucking
he was
background.
and also Justin Thomas was my pick for last. My who I thought my pick was gonna for the winner, but obviously didn't play well. But I'm sure he's gonna want to bounce back. Everyone who's probably watching probably has a good idea of listening to it.
Just my luck, it'll be like JT finish first, Sanjay finishes second, something like that. I'll talk about the WGC just a little bit while you're looking into the other stuff. But this tournament's normally in Mexico, I believe, but they moved it to Florida just because of the COVID stuff going on. So it's going to be fresh for viewers this week, fresh for tour players. It should be pretty interesting to watch.
What tournament? What course did you?
What's the name of it? It's here. I'll look it up. But let me see. Bradenton, I believe it's called. It's a weird name. But the last tournament that was there, I think, was the 2015 NCAA Championship, and that was the one DeChambeau won. So that's pretty interesting. We'll see how he'll tackle it this week in comparison, I guess, to 2015 when he was probably 75, 80 pounds lighter. Also mentioned 72 holes, no cut, just because of the shortened field. What else should I get into? I guess I should mention the players that are sort of getting into it. So how it works, the breakdown for the players that get invited to this tournament is it's top 50, I believe, of the world golf rankings. And then I think they invite the top 2 players from the Asian Tour, from the Japanese Tour, from the Australasia Tour, and the Sunshine Tour. And
I didn't know that, actually.
Yeah, so it breaks down that way. It's a bit of an interesting course because a lot of the courses in Florida around that area are surrounded by homes just because that increases the value of, obviously the property of the homes, of the course itself, plus it's such a great view. But this course is a little unique in the sense where there's no houses around. It's on the water and it's just green. That's all you see. So it should be a good watch, should be some great views. And then on top of that, these greens are very undulated from what I'm hearing. It's similar to a link style, not quite a link style, but just the undulation is quite severe, and it should make for some complex greens for the players. So I'm excited to see how they're going to tackle that as well. See some creativity on the course this week, maybe. Besides that, I didn't really have anything else for the WGC. Do you have the Puerto Rico Open Piñata picks ready to roll here yet? Scooter's throwing up gang signs at me right now.
All right, yeah. So, just going back to Luke's head-to-head pick, Sungjae Im. If you're not a golf guy, or if you don't follow the PGA Tour too much, you might not know. But this guy's 22. He's 17th in the world. You just don't really, he's just kind of a new up and comer, but he's 17th in the world. You look at what he's done last 3 years. He finished 19th, 11th, and right now he's 20th in FedEx Cup. He got a win last year. So he's like, this guy in the next couple of years could be a top 5 player. No problem. So obviously, you think Sungjae Im against Justin Thomas might be, off the top of your head, might be blow up, but it's not. That's actually far.
Not with the way JT's been playing, anyway. JT's due for a bounce back.
Yeah, true. But Sungjae Im is actually nasty. So
definitely.
Let's quickly do the picks for the Puerto Rico, and then we will intro what our second segment's going to be, and then take a little break here. So,
are we going to take any winners for the WGC this week? I know we were talking about
go ahead.
FanDuel. We were going to start a FanDuel, but we'll start that next week probably. Yeah. Just with limited time this week. But we'll each submit a FanDuel lineup head-to-head. We'll show you guys our picks. We'll show you, FanDuel is great in the sense where you can kind of take some favorites. You can take some dark horses. Overall, it should be fun to go through and show a little insight in what our picks are. But for now, we'll we'll just take one winner. My guy, I guess I'll take for this week is Xander Schauffele.
Nice. Okay.
I like Xander this week. I think it's a tough course, and Xander's been in and around the leaderboard the last little bit, and I think he has a good chance of winning this one.
I got a couple guys. I'm gonna go kind of dark horse and just go Joaquin Newman. He's been playing a little. He's playing really well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna go with him, and maybe just cheer him on a little bit.
Yeah. No, I don't hate the pick for sure. He's a pretty young fella as well.
Yeah, kind of sneaky good. You know what I mean? All right, let's not too much. I mean, and we don't really want to get too much in the Puerto Rico Open. It's just a cross field.
It's just more fun
to get guys playing. So your head-to-head pick is.
Give me something funny.
Should be funny. Oh, you actually got a good one, Jonathan Bird. A little old, a little bit washed up, but I think he's got like 5 or 6 wins, in his career, way back.
Great.
He walked off holding one of his wins way back.
Okay. Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about now. Yeah.
I think it was at the Shriners, I think. 130. So you're Jonathan Bird. I am Davis Riley.
Fucking right.
Let me quickly. I'd have never heard of this guy. Let me quickly.
And Kenny Pigman were roommates.
At least my guy, he has like a normal name, kind of. Like Kenny Pigman is just not a real human.
Yeah, it's just a made-up name for me to lose the first week of the Piñata picks.
Davis Riley. Okay. He's a young dude by the 24, 6 feet tall. Career performance. Let's see what he's.
Couldn't be worse than Kenny.
Yeah, he's definitely better than Kenny. Okay. His tour 8 starts on the tour, 4 and 4 cuts, 100,000 made. So I mean, definitely better than Kenny. Oh, geez. Okay, he's won twice, and he won twice last year on the Corn Ferry. Made 340,000.
Why does this always happen to me?
I mean, Jonathan Bird is definitely, obviously a better overall player. Maybe not right now, but this should be a good one. I mean, a good, obviously an up and comer. This guy might be one of the next guys. I mean, won twice.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Anyway, that probably does it for this part of the show.
No.
We wanted to leave it a little bit less on, golf. The PGA Tour. Last week, next week, and more into some fun stuff. So I think that pretty much concludes this part.
Munchie's HFX is located at 1840 Vernon Street, providing you several exotic snacks and sodas. Munchie's HFX is also Atlantic Lottery certified, so you make sure to stop by and grab all your Pro Line and lottery needs. Check out Munchie's Convenience on Instagram at Munchie's HFX and stay up to date with all the latest products.
Welcome back. We have a very special second half to this episode. We have 2 special guests, Magoo and Scotty Sampson. We'll get them in here in a second, but Scott, why don't you introduce them for us?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So our first guests on the pod are two of our buddies that we play a lot of golf with. One is Andrew Grant, named Magoo, nickname.
Hey, fellas.
I've known nice for you to be here. Magoo, I've known Magoo, I don't know, since we were like 5 or 6 or something like that. We started playing junior golf. Not that either of us are any good. When we were 10, I think we both joined Ashburn. Some funny Ashburn stories that we're going to get into. And then the next one is Scotty.
What's up, boys?
What's going on?
Good to see you, buddy. And then Scotty, I've known Scotty for a long time too. We first played hockey together, and then golf. So a little bit of backstory, I guess, is that we I think for the past 5 years, minus Scotty, unfortunately couldn't make it to this year's, but we always do a PEI trip to Cavendish, which basically just a free for all, just running amok on Cavendish, and then that's about it. So I guess we're just going to let it fly. Some junior stories. There's some good junior stories. There's some good, a lot of good stories from PEI. So
I was just gonna say, you guys, we all go out, we get a good foursome, but you guys golf. I just kind of go out, rip the carts around, drink a bit, and give my arms a little exercise.
Well, you got the win this year though for the first time.
Yeah. Luke and I, we pulled it off.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It's because I didn't have you, Scooter, my dead weight pulling me behind this year.
What was this? The first year you were on my team, or no? You were on my team the first year, I think, and we won, didn't we?
No,
I
I
had
don't
a team.
No, Luke.
I don't think we did a team thing first year. I could be wrong about that though.
Yeah, no,
I kind of figured that was a while back.
Yeah, I think it's always me and Scooter, and then I think the teams have been the same like every year. The four of us have gone, and then just this past year we had to switch them up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Scotty obviously couldn't make it, so he brought another great guy. I think the teams are good. Again, it came down to third, 16th hole the last day. We always play 3 rounds and just couldn't get it done. But
yeah, some people don't carry their weight.
No, anyway, I guess I just have to be a little bit better. Magoo, I know there's a funny story about. We'll just name him Westy. We won't use
no first names.
Yeah, we don't have to use full names or anything. Because I don't know. We not like we talked about it to him, but a couple funny stories about him. And I think you were with him with one. I think I was with him with the other. I don't know if you want to jump into that.
Yeah, Westy. So Westy was a little bit of a snap show on the course. A guy that the fellas who played at Ashburn played a little bit with back in the day, and starting off golfing, he wasn't the best. He definitely got a lot better as the years went on. Yeah, but definitely in the early days, he was rocky. He was rough. He was kind of like me. I just never got over the hump there. But
you're ready to break out at any year here.
Yeah. I'm due for a good one. But yeah, no. Anyway, a bit of a snap show, and the specific story that I just remember, like when I think about Wesley and playing at Ashburn, it's like number 11. You're coming across a pond on the tee shot, and I'm pretty sure he had to have put his first shot in the drink. And just coming down. It is
a far carry, by the way. Like you do got to carry that like 100 yards, maybe.
At the old Ashburn, right?
But if you do any chunk it at all, like it is.
Yeah,
you're exposed right away.
Yeah. So he would have duffed it in there, I would say, and then he's lined up his second shot and probably chunks it in the woods or something, but he's right next to the pond. Like obviously we're not playing like PGA regulation, just drops it on the other side of the pond, chunks one into the woods, and I just see him fucking teeing off on his bag, like just lights it up with his club. I'm pretty sure, I don't remember if the bag ended up in the pond or not. It may have ended up in the pond, but then I was telling you boys about the root beer bottle too. And I want to say this was the same hole. I think he went back to the other side of the woods, chunked one into that woods, and then like duffs one out, just like probably hitting 7 or 8 into the green at this point. Yeah. And I just see him take this root beer bottle and just fucking go to town on his back with a root beer bottle, just like half full. Like, oh Jesus!
Oh
Christ.
Man, that's so funny. And I guess like just to piggyback off that, like I don't know if I was around for that one, but my Westy story. This is probably the last one for Westy, but he was on 17, which is like a pretty it's a tough hole for that course. Anyway, there's a hazard down the right, so he must have gone in there. So he's on the right, and I must have probably put another one in the hazard, maybe, or something like that. I'm probably over there looking at my ball. Anyway, I look over, he's just yard sailing his clubs one by one down the fairway. Just he's taking each one of his clubs out of his bag and just two-hand throwing them down the fairway.
Well, so how old is he at this point?
Westy's your guys' age.
No,
my age.
At this point,
or at this age, sorry.
We're what?
12, 11
yeah,
maybe?
12.
Holy
13.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's just yard sailing his entire bag. He's emptying his bag. And I'm like, Westy, buddy, it's okay. Like, just don't count that one or something.
Just don't count that one.
Take a mulligan, bud.
Yeah. And he's just, it was so funny, man. He's yard sailing his whole bag.
Yeah.
Holy
Which,
fuck.
like, don't get me wrong. Like, I've had some bad moments on the course, but
oh yeah, we'll get into that.
Yeah, but I mean, like, never.
Yeah, man, it'd be funny to get Westy on sometime and let him defend himself.
Yeah, well, I'll tag him. I'll ping him. I'll send it to him or something. I don't know if he even have him on. I haven't seen him around for a little while.
I'll see Westy.
With Westy. Yeah, I see him around every now and again.
I'll see him at the randomest spots, and we have a great chat.
That is true. I do see him at random spots. He was with me for my first hole-in-one, though. It was just me and him. We were playing a little night round. I think I was 15, just turned 16, like a Sunday night or something like that. Like June.
No big deal.
I remember.
Just ripping
Yeah,
hole.
Not a big deal.
Yeah, 15. Got one 10 years later too. So, but yeah,
I was actually with Stu when he got one of them.
Oh yeah, geez, and this was just this summer. Yeah, me and Scotty played.
Did you guys know that at Glen Arbor?
I did know that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's me, Scotty, Brad Kern, who's the golf pro at Avon. He's nasty. Like, he's by far the best golfer I've ever played with.
Oh yeah.
But who had the best shot of the day?
Best shot of the day went to me, and it was a pretty one too. So, came off. I went like it was kind of crazy. I went double bogey, hole in one, birdie, par birdie, or something like that.
Yeah, it was nuts.
So you were
the front round,
two under.
Ended the front. Yeah, it was like 2 under through like 5 or something like that, or 6, or then par maybe the next one, but ended up like 1 over on the front or something like that.
Yeah, it was nuts.
I got bogey, but yeah. Anyway,
a picture of consistency.
But I guess getting back to, here's my favorite Ashburn Junior story has got to be with me and Magoo. I don't know who else. He knows which one it is.
Man, I want to say Tyler Brown was with us.
Would have been T Brown.
TB.
I do forget though exactly who else, because it was just such a hectic scene. We were probably about the same age, like 10, 11. This one we were probably young. I started when we were 10, but so on number 7, it's a 175-yard par 3 with a pond on the right, but it goes goes really steep downhill, and then there's this creek that leads to the pond. So anyway, I think Magoo was running down, obviously probably with a pull cart.
Definitely with a pull cart. I can tell you
it was the pull cart.
So Jesus fuck.
The right wheel must have caught the edge of this, like he must have caught the edge of this river stream thing. And I don't know if I was behind or in front of you, but anyway, I think I might have been in front, and then I look back and you're hanging head first. So your wheel gets caught, and then you must have tried to save your bag, but in that process, you are going in the pond as well, or the stream as well. So I look over, you're dangling by your feet head first in the pond, and your bag is hanging, and your bag is hanging also club head first, and your clubs are hanging on by the inch of the last inch of your grip, all 14 of them. So I'm there,
Yeah.
I just remember it was us two. I'm there trying to save both you and your bag from like just going, because if it hit the stream, it was going to go all the way into the middle of the pond. Meanwhile, like if you just fell, you were going to like smoke your head on like these rocks. It was like just such a scene, like on a golfer. Like golf is just like leisure sport, you know. Magoo, like fighting. I probably thought he was fighting for his life, and I'm there, just like
man.
I have no idea. If someone saw that, they're like, "Man, these kids have just got to get off the course," because like we were young, we just had no clue. We weren't even good. Like we weren't like a part of like we weren't juniors that were like good. We were just juniors, like, or we weren't trying to be good either. We were just like trying to have a good time. Like some places have like juniors that are like really, really good and all that. We weren't one of those, and it was just so funny. That's just like that's obviously it's like one of those ones if you were there and you're like thinking back, it was just so funny. But just how much of a scene that caused.
Man, just reliving that, just like you telling that, I'm trying to like. I don't even know
how it happens.
Like, yeah, like I don't know how I ended up like that. Like how
that's what I mean.
And what even was the situation? Like how was I dangling over the water and also my clubs were I somehow remained dry and so did my clubs.
In like 1 second.
Like
in
did you
1
just
second
did you just Spider-Man down from the trees and like catch me or something? Like is that
I
what
had no.
happened?
I just like look. I feel like I just looked back and you're like probably gave out like a yell or something like that, and then all of a sudden you're just like obviously nothing crazy is supposed to happen on the golf course, right? You just like hit your ball, walk up to it.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you have like a chocolate bar and like some powder, and like you go home, like you got to drive home. Like meanwhile, like it goes from leisure into 1 second, just chaos. Like it was what I remember is a perfect. Yeah, it was just like chaos.
Man,
that's ridiculous.
Just imagine the 70-year-old millionaire standing at the canteen getting his hot dog from Bernice, watching us like do this.
Like just a bunch of fucking idiots.
He's like,
yeah.
He's like, what is like? Who is this course letting in? Like, who
are
these
exactly?
They let anybody in nowadays.
Yeah. Well, and I guess for a little bit of context too, Ashburn's it's the biggest private course in the city.
Yeah.
And they it definitely has that air about it that the older people kind of run the course.
Yeah, it's a little stuck out.
It has. Yeah,
they're wealthy. They're wealthy.
Yeah, so I mean, just if anyone was seeing us, just like obviously we weren't trying to do that. Like we were. I'm sure you weren't trying to do that. But
no, I when I woke up that morning, my first thing that came to my mind was not I'm gonna jump in a pond today.
It wasn't even jumping a pond. It was like you were just like trying to save your like. Anyway,
not gonna fall in the creek.
Yeah, that's my favorite story.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
that was.
Got to be some from the Cavendish trips.
Well, man,
but I've got a couple teed up right now.
There's a couple other good ones from Ashburn.
Before we go on to that, though, I want to we've already set the scene on number 7. So number 7, we're coming into the canteen. We can't leave Bernice out.
Definitely not. No.
I mean, so after number 7, you get to the canteen, and the canteen lady at Ashburn, she is lovely lady. Her name's Bernice, and Tyler. Speaking of Tyler, that guy would just stroll right up. Hi, Bernice, and it would be
she really did like him.
It was the most pleasant interaction you'd ever see. Then us snot-nosed little fucks come up behind.
That's so
TV. Funny. And Bernice doesn't even say a word to us. Just stares us in the soul until we rhyme off our order. So the classic hot dog, like
just a couple wieners.
Can I get a hot dog and like a brownie and a Gatorade, please?
It's the way we ate during those days. Every day. We were at the course bar like 5 times a week too.
Yeah.
The way we ate was just so bad, but like We just put it on our number.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. You just put it on the
Just put it on Dad's credit
someone
card.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, someone pays for it, not us, right? I mean,
Yeah.
so like
Cause
we're
you got
10,
dad,
11,
yeah,
like 12, right? Like
Fuck.
Yeah. No, but yeah, no, Bernice would like without saying a word, she'd turn around and before you knew it, there'd be like a hot dog slapping you in the side of the face. Like she would just turn around, grab the hot dog and throw it at you. And then the Gatorade would follow it and then just like a brownie pie to the face for dessert.
She was quite literally maybe the worst customer service employee ever. Like,
just like the grumpiest, oldest
in the record book.
Fuck.
Yeah.
But you know what? That was just part of it. The other, I mean, always like just so many of my stories are surrounded by Magoo because I think we like, I mean, geez, from the time we were 10 to probably like, I mean, I think you might have left, 16 or 17, but when we were like 10 to like 15, we played so much. It was we didn't work, but the like one of the big stories I remember, which is like, again, also if you're there, you kind of appreciated how funny it was. But anyway, there's this tournament every year, Unreal tournament. Like I would love to play in this. So it's called the Danny Galvin. It's a charity. I would have to forget exactly what charity it was for, but
I think it's for MS.
Yeah, I think
it's
you might
for
be
multiple
right.
sclerosis. Yeah.
Like guys, I mean, Sid played in it, Brad Marchand,
McKinnon,
Eric Landros, all the hockey guys, local celebrities,
the Trailer Park Boys too. They've played.
So it's huge. It's huge. But anyway, they would get all the juniors to like work for like 25. So they'd be like, "Hey, come up for the day, eat whatever you want. It'll give you like $25, whatever." And everyone loved to do it. You would like be looking for hole-in-ones. On blind tee shots, it would be, you could tell them when to go, all that type of stuff, just like little tournament stuff. I don't know, for whatever reason, you didn't get picked, or maybe you didn't ask. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, I don't think I signed up in time. Yeah, something like that.
But either way, like I don't know what it was. I forget what hole I was on, but I just see you pull up, or like your mom must have like dropped you off or whatever. You must have said
Maureen's dropping them off.
Oh yeah,
exactly. Like, all right, I'm going to the course today. And like it's a huge tournament. I think it's like a 18-hole shotgun with 2 groups of 6 each on each hole. Like it's like a 10-hour at least.
Yeah, it's a
maybe more. It's huge. It's a full day, fun, like really good. So the course is packed, and it's not like a huge course. So there's just people everywhere. Magoo decides to go on. I think it was 4T, which I think you were meeting them on 4T. Well, anyway.
Yeah. It was the number 4T, and I would rip down number 7.
Yeah, but so you'd ask them what they want. So like all of a sudden you're like a food runner, but like you're like 12 or something like that, and you just show up to this tournament, not like invited or anything, and you're just some little kid on number 4T asking all these rich people and celebrities what they want to eat from the barbecue or the I don't know what you could get, like hamburgers, hot dogs, drinks, whatever. And then like the picture of you, like just kind of like you had a little afro back then, like
dude, his little
pudgier, and just like running down 7. So you cut through.
He's all
6
freckled
green.
up from the sun.
Yeah, so he's running,
just sweating.
Yeah. Well, dude, so you run past 6 green, down the hill on 7 that you fell in, all the way through 7, and the barbecue's at like the basically the close. Get all this stuff, I guess, like armful of stuff, and then just book it back and catch them like on their approach shot on 4.
I'd be taking orders too, like you want mustard, ketchup on there, like you want a cheese dog, cheeseburger, like what are you feeling? What can I get for you?
I just find it funny, like looking back at it now.
Yeah,
because like when you just think about the situation, just like young, like not supposed to be there, just taking orders, but then like the distance you had to run. Oh yeah, it wasn't like you were taking orders from wasn't like it was like like 100 meters away. Like, you had to go a decent distance there and back, catch them up probably on their approach shot on 4.
Yeah.
And hopefully they give you some money.
With an armful of food. Like just loose food too, like no Tupperware or anything. Just
of course not. Like
loose food, just like 5 hot dogs and like 3 hamburgers in my hand. And like thinking back on that now too, like I'm just imagining what the people at the canteen at the food tent must have been
that's
thinking.
Part of it. Like that's why I find it so funny.
This sweaty little fat kid, running up, just getting a bunch of hot dogs and hamburgers and running away.
Like once every 20 minutes or whatever.
Just don't eat them all.
Yeah.
Okay, they're probably thinking they're eating. They're like, Jesus, man.
Yeah, it's like this kid can eat.
Yeah. Did you make any money though? Like, do you remember?
I made a killing that day. I want and I say killing, I made $30 probably.
That's hilarious.
Really? I would have thought you made more than that, but
maybe 40. I don't think I did it for that long. I think I maybe did it for I don't really
6
to 8 groups or something, and they each give me like a 5 or something. I don't know.
I just remember it was just funny. I just found that one was more funny looking back on it, just the optics of it all. Just just this little kid just being like, "Yeah, what do you want?" And
also,
then just expecting a tip. What?
Oh yeah, for sure. And I'm also just again reliving that one. There had to have been teams hitting down number 7. And you're
probably just running in front of groups,
sprinting through number 7.
Or sprinting across 4 or 6
just
greens.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
6 greens. They're trying to hit or putt or whatever. You're just
Jesus.
Oh man.
Is there any stories from junior day?
God.
What's junior day?
All right, so junior day was unreal, so fun. Anyway, I think it was Monday mornings. You had to sign up, and you go, and it'd be today we're playing a 4-man scramble, or a
it was always
club.
Themed. It was always
3 club
Nice.
challenge type of thing. Team. Anyway, you sign up. I don't think it costs any money or anything like that. It was just you go Monday morning, you play your round. It's probably 9 to 10:30 tee offs, maybe something like that. I don't know. And then you got to eat, and then you got a meal after, and that was just junior day. I don't have too many funny ones, but I know Magoo has one. It wasn't even big. It's not even a big story. It's just funny. It was just a rules violation that was just kind of funny.
So I was ripping down number 6.
I thought it was 2, but
no, it was definitely number 6 because there was a pond, and that was the whole reason. But anyway, so number 6, to set the scene, it's a tee shot. It's about 300 and
350
yards. Yeah,
350 downhill. Tee shot's downhill, then it levels out.
Tee shot downhill, levels out, and then there's a pond right in front of the green. So let's just say I was probably 5 or 6 shots to the pond. So
cap off the perfect hole.
I'm also 10 or 11 years old, so I am just atrocious.
You're just there for the potential to win a free sleeve of balls in the meal.
Oh, dude, I was just there for the free boiled hot dog at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fucking awesome.
But anyway, so I'm like, let's call it 5 strokes down to the pond, and then I start just putting. I probably put 2 balls in the pond when I was just all right, fuck this. I'm not losing any more balls. I'm just gonna drop it on the other side of the pond. And then this fucking clown that I'm playing with, I'm 10 or 11. This guy's probably 16. And he's like, "Oh, you're not allowed to drop it on the other side of the hazard." And I was like, "Man,
fuck off.
You're not gonna win."
I'm shooting, I'm hitting now. I've put 2 in the hazard. I'm going for 9. now, like on a par 4. Like, can I just drop my ball out of the way of the water?
What a wiener.
And anyway, so he's like,
the funny part is,
so I just do it anyway. Like I just play my ball on the other side of the water, and he like at the end of the hole, he's like, yeah, that's a 6-stroke penalty.
Jesus.
which doesn't exist.
No, I think it was like by
you don't get a
technical rules, it
6-stroke
probably
penalty,
just would have been a disqualification or something.
Well, yeah, you don't get 6-stroke penalties. You get DQ'd before you do anything that gets to a 6-stroke penalty, but it doesn't exist. See,
anyway,
the way I remember, I thought it was a 12-stroke penalty, but it must have been a 6.
No,
okay. I thought he tried to give you a 12-stroke penalty.
I mean, shit, it could have been.
Which would have been the same. You would have probably finished the same.
Anyway, I think we carded a 16 on that hole for me.
Oh, you accepted the penalty?
Man, dude, it was this guy, and he was like 16. And he had an older brother with him. So like, I was like,
"You're like, okay, put me down
put me down for whatever you want. Like, can I just go into the clubhouse and have Bernice throw a in my face? Like,
make it all better with the hot dog to the face
with a brownie."
Anyway,
junior day.
One of the last stories. Sorry, go on.
No, sorry. Go ahead. You had another one for Ashburn.
Yeah, I had one more Ashburn story that, again, it's right after hole 7.
God.
So everything's on hole 7, eh?
Yeah, I know. So, yeah.
This is where all the action happens.
So, hole 8, they used to have the tee box is moved. They moved the tee box up probably about 35, 40 yards since. Yeah. But way back in the day, they had it. It was like a 180-yard, 190-yard par 3. Couldn't see the green. They put this target up in a tree and said, try to hit that.
Shoot at it.
Anyway.
Wait, so now number 8, those dogleg left, right?
No, it's just a short tree.
You're thinking 9. Okay. You're thinking 9.
I'm thinking the wrong one.
Par 3.
So this splits the hole. Where the tee box was, it would have split the hole probably perfectly. Was a road that led to where the
like maintenance
the carts, like maintenance carts, all that. But it was like a road big enough where cars can go through. So of course, and again, like we're young, maybe a little bit older than 10 or 11 or 12. But anyway, I remember. So I don't know. I must have hit, or maybe Magoo, you're going first. But you tee up. There must have been a car that's like.
It was a truck. I think it was a pickup truck.
Yeah, that's obviously maybe creeping around the corner. I don't know. But anyway, you hit Sky. So you pop it up. And again, so it was about 180, 90-yard hole or so. And the road's, 80 to 100 yards out or whatever. So you pop it up. Obviously not going to be a good shot. But then this car just comes like creeping down the road. And I'm looking up at the ball, and it's one of those ones you're trying to judge, like the ball's in the air, the truck's going across, and it might hit. And we're just like seeing the ball go down, 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 down. and it just smokes the top of the car. And we're just like, oh no. We don't know what to do. Like,
man, I thought
literally
somebody
nothing happened.
Was going to get out and kill me. Like,
yeah, like nothing happened, but like it was when you were younger, so you're like,
they just kept going. I don't think they.
Yeah, they kept going.
I don't think they even said anything to us.
No, but I mean, like,
wow.
Imagine they must have been like imagine that, like that must like startled them. I'd imagine, like they wouldn't have. But it was like perfect timing. I mean, just like quite literally perfect timing.
Yeah.
I got one.
It was just a maintenance truck. They didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I got one from Ashburn, actually, now that I think about it. It was in the evenings, and I took one of my buddies that's not a member at the course. They didn't golf very much at all. Might have been like their second time, maybe first time ever golfing. And we just decided to play the back 11 at the old. And we got to number 16. And like I said, this guy like was picking up his ball every hole, basically. Like he was just walking, basically.
I know where this is going.
So 16, he decides to get out the boomstick for the first time in the day after having a shocking start to the round.
Oh, he was playing it safe before, eh?
Oh yeah,
first round ever playing it safe.
Yeah, definitely playing it safe. Just like hitting 5 shots every hole, maybe, and picking up. And absolutely gets a hold of this drive on number 16 at the old course, and flies the netting and everything.
The fence.
And I'm not joking. Like, I was watching it, and I was like, "Holy fuck! Like, it's gonna hit this house, right?" And it wasn't like I wouldn't say it was a bomb. Like, it was more like way up in the air, skied, and just absolutely whacks the house on that street going down there. And I'm not joking. Like, I was like, "Oh fuck!" I look back. This guy already had his bag in his hand and started running. He started running down 16, cut left on the 7, because there's like a sign right there that says like, "Oh,
I think there is a sign. Yeah, it's like I don't know how they'd enforce that, but there is a sign. Yeah.
And this guy's like 15, maybe. Like, we're 15 at this point, and he's running as fast as he can down the hill. He's a little bit of a pudgier guy. I'm not joking.
11 or 12.
He took a spill going down the hill. Picked his stuff up. The clubs were falling out of his bag and everything. It was like his dad's bag or something. Like, it was just an absolute joke. We didn't play another hole. Like, I was like, "Do you want to play 18, like going in, like, or number 7?" It was like, "No, we're going to the car and going home now." So,
man, the amount of times that must happen though. Like,
oh, dude. And I guess for anyone not watching or listening, like, Ashburn's pretty much is put right in the dead center of the city.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a great course, an old course, great little course, like, so fun. But I mean, there's only one par 5, which is 16 down the hill. So you're like, okay, I am ripping drive. Like, it's the first par 5 is on the 16th hole, and it's just straight downhill, only 500 yards. So you can, it's basically a long par 4, really. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, and with a neighborhood like right on the right. So I mean,
like the tee box on number 16, you're like in somebody's backyard, pretty much. Like, there's just a fence and some trees separating you.
Mm. The funniest part about the whole thing was just like his reaction to it. Like, the ball,
that's funny.
Well, yeah, that's what is funny. Like, imagine just see this little kid, like fat kid, run down. He's probably holding the bag too. It's a classic.
I
got another one, but this one's actually from this summer. I don't know if there's any other junior stories, but I know we should probably group all the Cavendish stuff together, so I have another one to throw out there.
That's a whole. Well, I mean, yeah, we can jump over. I mean, get Scotty involved. That's when, unfortunately, Scotty. Yeah, I mean, Scotty wasn't part of the Ashburn.
Scotty, you got any stories queued up for us? I'll give you the floor if you got anything.
Scotty, when did you start playing?
Dude, I have one right away that came to my mind, and I feel like it's like an underrated story. Like, we've got so much, like, you know, we'll get into Sandspit and all the fucking
oh god
the shit show that is. But just for our listeners,
I don't know about Sandspit
tuning in. So Magoo's a 3-wood guy. Like, we all hit the ball pretty well off the tee, but Magoo loves this fucking little 3-wood, and I don't know what the 3-wood is.
Wait, is this Cavi?
Yeah, this is Cavi.
Okay.
So how it works in Cavendish is we play Eagles Glen the first day. That's usually tradition, and then like the second day we'll play like Green Gables or like
Green Gables.
Yeah. So anyway, this was the second day. We were fucking all hungover as shit, rolling into the first tee. We're late.
Oh no!
Which day is this, or which one was
so this? So we're all fucking
day 2.
Well, I mean, of what year?
This is 2 years ago, I'd say.
Yeah,
it was my last year.
This was the last time Scotty would have came.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're rolling up to the tee, all hungover. I think there was a group behind us. I don't remember, but
good segue into.
I think Luke hits his first tee shot decently. Scoot rips one. I hit one pretty well. Magoo's last out, pulls out that fucking 3-wood. And when Magoo hits the 3-wood, he hits it well. But when you don't hit the 3-wood, everyone knows it's top central. I feel like that's how a 3-wood works. So Magoo fucking tees it up. Just the top. It happens. First hole. We get it. Reload.
Dick out. Full on.
Swing.
I think he topped
Swing
again.
color's a little tight.
I think he topped again. Reload.
Oh, I can tell you I topped again.
Reloads. I think you got this one off the tee, maybe like 30 yards.
Probably still a dick out.
I think he reloaded like 4 or 5 times off the first
And then we're in the
tee.
fairway. I think he then hits like kind of a worm burn. Anyway, we get up there. Might have been like a 10 to start the day, but you read really well.
Yeah.
I do remember though. I think I had, so we played best ball. So
Yeah.
I think we were fine in that sense. But yeah, it was just like all of a sudden, because I think you played really well the day before for some reason. I remember, or pretty well. So I think it was almost like, wow, like what's going on here? But I mean, it's probably 10 a.m. Like,
I mean, no range sesh. The boys are just fucking,
probably still buzzing.
I don't know if this would have been the morning that happened, but that may have been the morning that that chair took my
no,
not the chair, bro.
No, that was before then.
Took my innocence. I don't know if you want to tell that.
That's your story to tell, buddy. That's your innocence.
I forgot about the chair story.
Oh, that was painful. I don't know if I want to go there. That's not really
what happened.
Yeah, we'll keep her on course.
We'll keep
I
it
forget
PG.
that actually.
we can tell it offline.
I just remember a big fuck in the cabin. I was almost crying.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I probably did cry. It would have been justified.
Oh fuck.
Oh.
Well, so I guess in Cabby too. So like, I mean, yeah, to kind of sum, so we go to Cabby, all 4 of us. We go and we play a 3-day tournament. Basically, it's usually just a 2-man best ball. So it's me and Magoo, Scotty and Luke. Luke, me and Luke generally, kind of shoot some half decent scores. Scotty, the last couple times, Scotty's had a very good progression through his career.
I think I'm getting.
Magoo has settled into his perfect spot.
Well, the thing about Magoo is you know what you're going to get.
Well, exactly, and that's almost
the key, boys.
And that's almost perfect, right? You know where
Exactly.
Anyway,
Magoo's just a good locker room guy.
Cars on like the front, on the back, maybe a birdie here and there.
But
like, I get 1 birdie a year. I get my annual birdie.
Whereas consistency shines. Whereas consistency shines, and I think we can all agree, is pulling trig on the golf course.
Oh.
That is where
my fondest memories of Magoo are in the woods for sure.
I honestly think for the first
it's only been
straight
twice, hasn't it?
No. I think every day for the first time we went there, you threw up on the course.
Oh no.
Every day.
Oh no.
But to be fair, to your credit, you do like pulling tricks. So it's not like
you do.
Well, it sometimes just makes you feel
it's not
bad.
like it was like, oh, you're just way too drunk. It's just, but it is a funny sight. I will. For anyone.
Man, the last day it was just like.
Yeah, that was
so.
bad.
It was our last day and we were at Glasgow Hills, and like we were on a pretty big heat. That weekend was a pretty big heater. Like Mac and those boys were there. Like we were when we weren't golf and. When we were golfing too, like we didn't stop drinking until we went to bed.
What was the rules we were playing under again? I can't really remember.
The addition of the other boys there was a heater.
Yeah, but I remember we went to. So this was Sunday, and we were like the drinking was done now. Like we were playing our last round, but
we generally don't booze too hard on the last day.
Yeah.
Well, we drive home from the course, like we pick up our stuff. Yeah.
But we went in and we had some lunch before our round, and I decided to crush the 2-piece fish and chips. And
Jesus,
it wasn't until like this had to be like hole.
Dude,
16
it was on 16. I know, and it was 16.
Yeah. and like it just like I wasn't. I mean, I obviously wasn't feeling great all day, given the.
But it was but that's like 4.5 hours later, 4 hours later.
Yeah. So. Anyway, it had to come out one way or the other, and it was
the best throw up story though, obviously, and I mean it is what it is. We'll tell it. The best throw up story on the course. It was probably the second year we went, maybe so like 3 or 4 years ago, maybe first year. I don't even know.
I don't know if I remember this.
First day, Eagles Glen, which is my. Eagles Glen,
I remember
maybe my favorite course in the there's like New Ashburn, and then Eagles Glen is somewhere second, third. Either way, off topic, but probably hole 14 maybe. Magoo pulls up with snuff. Okay, so for anyone who doesn't know, snuff, well, it's finally it's fine tobacco, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Not really meant for your lip, but anyway. We bought that like a couple weeks before, mistakenly, and you brought it anyway. So obviously by hole 14, bunch of drinks happen. You think it's a great time to pull that out. So we're on the car path about to like tee up. You put some in, but obviously since it's so fine, it's probably just all going down your it's probably you're just
put it in his mouth. We should say
everywhere, mouth, but
just
everywhere.
It's not regular long cut. It's
tried to pack a bomber,
right? So
it's like sand.
Yeah, that's a good way of. That's a really good way of putting it. It's like sand, and you were making do. You're improvising. You're making it do. You're trying to use what you had.
Yeah,
and I would say I don't know 7-8 seconds later. 7-8 seconds later. You just start yakking everywhere. I look over, you're just like literally, it was so instant. But like, I'm gonna put it in anyway because obviously we're on hole 14, we're feeling good.
Yeah.
That was by far the funniest throw up story that.
Yeah, that was.
I think I have from you on the. It was just so good, but
I was just sick, you know.
It happens, bro.
Yeah, you're just feeling ill.
You were just trying to get that heady, and then all of a sudden you tried and
it didn't succeed. No,
but Caddy, man.
I'll tell you one thing, though, man. Oh fuck.
What? What'd you say?
Sand spit.
No, we're not. That's not even what we can. Unless you want to talk about mini putt at Sandspit.
well, before we can get into a couple off course things, but the last thing, one of our favorite things to do at Caddy, and like keep in mind, I'm like a 5 at best if I'm playing a lot. I probably settle in somewhere around an 8 when I'm not playing a lot. Like Luke's probably around an 8, 9, something like that. But like. So we don't get that many birdies. I'm good for a birdie and a half around on average.
Yeah.
But anyway, one thing? All right, it's not even like it probably looks dumb to other people. Like when a team member gets a birdie, next hole you tee off with your tarps off, and I have some funny pictures of like
both teammates. Yeah, both teammates.
Maybe you can put up a picture. I have a funny picture of me and Magoo.
Okay, yeah. Send it to me and I'll put it up.
You it.
Yeah, we've got some good tarps off.
I'm actually kind of surprised we haven't got kicked off for that.
Nobody's ever seen us.
Especially
we were doing it in front of people.
We don't get enough birdies, boys.
That's probably it.
What do we do on an eagle?
I don't think we've had an eagle.
We haven't had an eagle.
We share that off screen.
We can't. Actually, to be honest, that's a good point. Like, man, I'm surprised no one's got an eagle because, like, I have probably like 20 eagles, 25 eagles, probably.
I'm surprised no one's gotten one at Eagles Glen.
You have
25 eagles?
Yeah, I've got a lot on par 5s.
Shit, I didn't know that.
I would say 20 to 25 eagles is probably what I have in my life.
Wow.
And the fact that no one's...
It's impressive.
I mean, there's a lot of par 5s. Thank you.
I have none.
A lot of double bogeys, though.
Yeah.
Man, I got like
We should do something for if you get it. You know what we should do? We should do if you get a snowman or above. You got to do something else. I don't know. We can think about that.
Yeah, we can think.
I think you got to do it the other way.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
You know what? You're right, Scoot. We should bring in
if you get a
something
snowman. If you get a snowman or above, like
you have to do something stupid.
Play better. You know what I mean? Just play.
Go for a swim.
Play better.
No, we could. Yeah, we could figure out something stupid that we can make somebody
maybe
do.
shorts off.
Shorts off.
Or maybe shorts off for like a 10. No, but we don't get that many 10s. We're not that bad.
I definitely get a few 8s.
Well, Luke,
that's what I mean. 8s are in.
8s happen.
8s are in play. Like
that's
a trip. It's a lost ball on a par 5, right?
Yeah.
I think we need to work that in.
Another thing we were doing there this year, Scotty, that unfortunately you weren't able to come for, but we implemented a new rule that for every 9 holes, everybody got 1 mulligan. However, the mulligan could only be taken immediately after shotgunning a beer.
Wow.
No practice swing. You had to shotgun the beer.
I wonder if that would be worse than your actual fucking shot.
It didn't help. It didn't help anyone, I don't think.
I think it helped me once.
Maybe one time.
Was it only on tee shots or was it
No.
No, anytime.
A little bit more context, Scotty. A little more
do it on
context. You couldn't take a practice swing either.
Yeah, no practice swing. Like it's shotgun, then you hit.
For Scotty, let's say you hit the ball, OB, get a ball, but when you get your ball, you bring your beer up to the tee off,
shotgun.
rip it, put it down, swing. It should be seamless. You know what I mean? Like no real delay.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
it did help me. I think I did it 2 or 3 times during the whole week. Didn't help me. I was almost. I remember. I can't remember each hole it was done, but I remember tallying up. It barely helped.
Yeah.
It helped if you lost the ball, but like I think I did mine on putts, and I didn't. Like I don't think
I feel like putting would be your best chance.
In the end.
Man,
if you lost the ball though, I guess you just kind of poke one out. I guess
if you lost on a par 3 or something.
Yeah. I was doing that in Northumberland with I went up with.
I like the rule actually. I like that rule.
But man, we were doing unlimited, and we were doing like a Ryder Cup style tournament.
I do like the way we did it though, and it's not unlimited,
but man, the the mulligans were flying. Like
Jesus,
everybody was just like shotgunning beers.
Well, every time
at some point it probably legit doesn't
happen. Shots.
But after your 6th one, is it really gonna help?
No, but you think it will.
Well, yeah. And Scotty, I mean, I'm sure we probably. I think we should keep this going. By the way, that rule and this is that the first round is best ball. I like this. I like the 2-man scramble second.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. Yeah. Was it good?
Yeah, it was fun.
It was fun. It was actually
2 under.
Yeah, we went 2 under. Me and Magoo went 2 under.
I think we went even or something like that.
Those were a couple of good.
Scramble
scores.
I would love to do that again. I wouldn't have thought I would have wanted to do that. And it's the first. Last year was the first year we did that.
Well, I mean, I feel like it's good because one of the nights, you get fucking tuned up, and the next morning it takes you at least a couple holes to get into it anyway. So
it was just a fun, different way of
somebody
doing it.
else to rely on.
Yeah,
it was just honestly just really fun. I wouldn't want to go 2 and 2 scrambles, 1 best ball. I think 2 best ball and 1 scramble.
Yeah.
Is the way to go.
It's a good mix.
When do we throw alternate shot in?
I was just gonna say that, Luke.
Maybe once we do a big one, maybe
Scooter
needs 3 rounds.
Scooter needs me to bring me to the range a few times before we can do that.
I might have
fucked up.
Scooter exactly. All my garbage shots. Meanwhile,
I'm gonna have to be hammered for that one because if it's the last day I'm dead sober and I'm playing from the woods I'm gonna be puffing.
Scooter just puts a rocket straight down the middle, and then I just like chunk one into the woods.
Magoo's just in the woods, just pulling
that's
trig
our
while Scoot hits a shot.
Yeah, I'm just like, get out of here.
It's like that's why I put it in the woods, so I can go over and have some privacy.
Yeah. No, I mean, and I guess for anyone like, I mean, so we had last summer. We obviously pandemic, whatever happened. We had this sick trip planned. So
Yeah.
Scotty got a job, DC. Sick gig, pays well. First job, gets an unreal job. Look at Scotty go.
First big boy job.
Yeah.
We'll say first big boy job.
Well, whatever. Yeah, same. But anyway,
Yeah, go with that.
So we were going to go down July 4th, whatever. Big July 4th. We were going to fly down that morning to DC, go visit them, do a little sightseeing for 2 or 3 days. And then we had our car rented for to drive down to North Carolina.
Did we have the car rented? Like,
dude, we had it all. We had our accommodations, we had our tea times for. I don't know if anyone's listening to, they probably have no idea what the courses are, but Tobacco Road in Pinehurst, which is just
disgusting.
And then beautiful. So we get to we didn't obviously Pinehurst. We don't have that kind of money, but and I don't know if you boys even know, but Mid Pines is like in that area, and it's kind of like the next big one. We had a tea time there, Mid Pines, and then Tobacco Road is like in arcade golf, but in real life. That's what it's like. I was so fired up to play that, but luckily so we were gonna be ripping that. Who knows what we would shoot there? But we still have the deposit down on the place, on the golf package. So we're pretty much locked in, I guess. Like we're probably happen at one point.
I was going to take a good 360 shots down there.
Get it?
Tobacco Road looks fucked.
Tobacco Road's one of those, like, man, it would just be like it would almost just be a treat to play, really.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, that was a real shame.
But obviously, it's not like we're the only ones who got.
No, it's happened to a bunch of people. But
I've never been down to kind of like. I've been to Florida, but I've never been to the. I've never
the Carolinas.
Carolina. Yeah, and obviously, like when I think of the Carolinas, like all I think about is golf. Like I don't really know what else is there.
Yeah.
To do. I'm sure there's plenty other things to do, but only thing I think of is golf. When you think of the Carolinas, Myrtle Beach is in South Carolina, which is just all central. Pinehurst is in the North Carolina, but I'm sure we'll get there. But
how long are those credits good for?
Forever, honestly. We paid our deposit, like, geez. And then our flights, like, we have our flights, so. But, yeah, Tobacco Road is. And then I guess Mid Pines, Mid Pines it's called, is just like a legit course. Like,
yeah.
It's just like a. But anyway. But I guess there's a couple other funny ones. And, like, I know we were beating around the bush on some. Sandspit stories.
Well, the tilt-a-whirl dart story is probably the greatest story.
God.
I got a video of that. I don't know. I don't even think I want to put it on the screen, honestly.
All right. Well, anyway, basically, so like, Cavendish, there's nothing.
I don't know if
there's a lot to do. No, we won't.
Look at
no.
Magoo's worried for his job.
No. So Cavendish is one road.
A little bit.
Yeah. Cavendish is one road, and there's golf courses. There's the boardwalk. If you've never been to Cavendish, you should go. But it's not like there's no malls. There's golf. There's beaches for the entire way, and then there's Sandspit, which is a little like kids like amusement park. But like. Anyway, so we would get tuned up, and it was so fun. It's so fun, but that's basically. We golf, and then one night we just make sure we rip Sandspit.
And for some reason, it's always Fireball.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we ripped some
it's
drinks
nice and easy
Fireball.
to drink.
One remember it was just pouring, so there's us and like, and then like kind of like stopped pouring. There's us and like 3 other people there. We had the whole place to ourselves. We're just hammered and just running amok on it. So
I think we
fun.
we rode the Cyclone like 13 times.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we'll leave
This.
Yeah,
The roller coaster. I remember that.
No
in the
need
rain.
for details, but
yeah, we don't need to bring too many details. It's a non-golf.
We tried to go this past year, but COVID, we had to book like I guess in advance.
Man, honestly, I was so tired, boys. Like, so that's the problem with the second day, is that obviously the first. So like the first day we go, we usually depends. Some days we go in the morning and play that afternoon. Sometimes we leave in the afternoon and play the next morning. But either way, we don't go too hard that first night. We just kind of chill. Then the next day's big. We get a full round.
Yeah,
we get a 10 o'clock all day drinking. But then it's like then we always take like an 11 o'clock tea time the next morning. Feel pretty good for that kind of. But after that, man, like you're boozing there like throughout that round. Man, by after the round, man, I'm beat. But that's usually when we go. That's usually when we we'll rip to Sandsman. I remember this past year, man. We always walk there. When we got there, I was beat. And we got turned away. I was just like, I am not mad about this because I was probably just gonna sleep on the Ferris wheel or something like that.
And then we stopped at wake me up. We stopped at that convenience spot or whatever on the way home, and didn't someone get like a frozen pizza?
Yeah, I ditched the pizza on like the road or something like that.
Yeah, because then
we tried that other spot.
Yeah, we tried the
Walmart version of Sandsman.
The Fisher Price.
Yeah,
that place is.
If Sandspit is Disney World, which it is no comparison.
It is. This is like Terry's backyard. Like
Terry's backyard with a slide and a swing set.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the golf. What's that other thing that we do when we have the flag stick and we putt? What's that thing where if you're outside the flag stick, we putt?
I think we talked about that.
Oh, yeah.
We never really incorporated that. I think we talked about it, but there's a rule.
Did we or did we not do that? I thought we. And then if
Scotty, that was your rule.
I know, and I forget the name.
You got to call if you made it.
Jack, isn't if you 3-jack once you initiate your once you say you're gonna make it, if you miss it or something like that.
No, if you miss it and then you 3-jack. Yeah, if you 3-putt. Yeah.
I think if you make it, you can make somebody slam a beer or something.
Exactly.
But then if you
3-jack, you have to slam.
Right.
But then there's something with the flag if you're in or out. I forget.
I think it's if you're outside the flag.
Yeah. In order to call someone out.
There's this really fun game that I played with another group of buddies that I actually went to Northumberland. We did a 2-day thing. I might look into buying it. It's like chips. I don't know if you guys ever heard. So it's like poker chips, but each chip is like a different thing. So I'm trying to remember. So let's say you start your round. No one has any chips. You start your round. Let's say you had the longest drive. Let's say all four of us. Let's say I had the longest drive. I get the longest drive token. But let's say I keep that token for a few days or for a few holes, and then Scotty hits one the longest. He takes that token from me, and whoever ends the round with and keep in mind there's 20 different tokens. One could be last one to be in a bunker or something like that.
Oh shit!
And nice. It's and you have points, and then one's
so this is a game I could win too.
Yeah, no. So it has nothing to do with you're not. It's just last one to get a birdie or whatever, and each token's worth a different amount.
Last one to get a snowman gets a
So it's stuff like that, and then everyone has their own chips, and it was actually it was just a side game. It's actually fun because this just because you win the round does not mean you win the game. It was actually I was gonna bring that I was gonna like try and find that before, but just now that
That'd be
we're
fun.
talking about it. Yeah, it's like or who like lost the last ball gets like a negative something or whatever. And then like the chips are always changing hands, right? Because
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that sounds fun. We could do something like that next time.
yeah, one of my buddies, yeah, they just like brought it out and they can just empty the coins in what someone's cart and then just kind of go.
Nice.
I mean, geez, what else from a couple other. I mean, you asking the Magoo, you asked first year we were there asking the cabbie to get you darts.
Oh god.
The pizza delivery.
It was the pizza guy. Yeah.
I mean, geez, we almost spent like 20 or something like that.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, that
That's
was
when
a few years ago, yeah.
That was a long time ago, man. What were some other good ones, right? We had like
Man,
we
well,
were-
we we always play a little bit of Twilight golf, just packing it.
yeah, I love
Oh,
that. Man.
dude, we did
it again this year. It was so fun, man.
Skinny,
so good
Skinny
where we
came down.
Yeah.
Yeah, Skinny came down. He was talking to people on the course or something, just like casually walked over to us from another hole.
Skinny being skinny, like just talk to everyone. Yeah, I mean, and it's perfect because where we were the last 2 years, the Green Gables cottages, right next to Green Gables. So yeah, I mean, I guess if anyone gets a chance, like just to walk around a course at night, like when the sun's going down, you get like 2 or 3. We always bring like a pitching wedge over, and you just play every hole. Every shot with pitching wedge, so fun. Have a couple beers, like bring a couple beers with you.
That is fun.
So fun.
Yeah, that is fun.
I was just thinking, one other thing was like I was from the first year we went. Remember when we where we stayed the first 2 years, or the first year was like kind of far out. And like, remember when we walked to the beach that day?
Oh my god!
God, that was bad.
So
it was like a heat wave, right? It was like quite literally a heat wave. We walked like an hour and a half, like
through the woods too, full of
through like
bugs.
woods, like sand and woods. Like
I just remember there being bugs everywhere
yeah,
in those woods.
We get to the beach finally.
We stayed for like 5 minutes.
Maybe 5 minutes, right, boys? Like I'm taught. Like I was like, it's too hot for this. Like that's where we're like. I'm never gonna stay that far out though.
No, it was too far.
It's just too far out. Like
I don't even remember where we were.
It's just like on the kind of the past that intersection, right? Like the main intersection. Yeah, man. Some good stories there. Could dive a little bit into Sanskrit, but
yeah, there's so many good stories, but I just feel like for our own professional careers, we shouldn't say.
Yeah, I think we've.
It's not even that. It's just like bad looks.
Honestly, though, man, the golf has been pretty good though, even in the past couple years. Like, it's come down to like the back nine the last day.
Dude, the golf is surprisingly close for a 3-day.
It is.
Like,
man, it seems like every year there's like a leader after the first day, and then it's like tied, or like the other team pulls the switch on them or something. And then
I mean, last year ended on 16 of the last hole, last round.
Yeah.
The year before that, me and you, Magoo. So I drained like a.
Luke was fucking hot that day,
or something like that. Yeah, Luke was like parring everything, man. I just couldn't believe it.
Dude, I just took a back seat the whole day.
Just had Anderson's Creek, and I remember, and some muscles.
Oh yeah, crushing muscles.
Oh my god, Magoo mocked like
but I drained like a 30-footer for birdie, Magoo, like the last. So came out to like the last hole, and then Luke makes it just 2 putts apart. Like it's been so close. Close.
Every year it's close. I mean, I'd say the teams are tight. Scooter, we just can't get over the hump. One year we will.
Yeah, it's not like it's like Yeah, exactly. Like honestly, it's almost surprising that I haven't won. Like it's not like like we just mentioned. I mean, we're all. It's always pretty close. It's just not going my way.
Yeah. Luke's got a horseshoe up his ass. I think that's what it is.
I think that's what it might be.
Yeah,
well, man, we play for dinner.
I'm a clinical closer, man. I just get the job done.
So this past year, Scotty, you're saying we play for dinner. This was when I was puking on number 16 at Glasgow Hills. I couldn't attend the dinner. I stayed out in the car. And,
Couldn't attend the dinner.
Yeah, that was crazy, dude. That was actually kind of nuts. Like you literally got Maurice to drive the car.
Yeah, I didn't claim my victory dinner.
Holy fuck!
The 1 year he won. 1 year he won. Never got the meal.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah, literally.
It's more about the bragging rights, though.
Dude, I would much rather get that win, man. At least like right now, like just to get a win under my belt. Like it's not even about the dinner. Oh, we should mention, Luke. When was this? Was one of the most crazy things. Again, not to anyone that's not really a part of this, but when we were this one's been not last year, but the year before, maybe even 2 years ago. Remember, we're driving home and you're like, "Hey, boys, you mind if you just let me off at the big stop in Ola?" Like, obviously, that means like nothing. That means no, not in Enfield.
New Brunswick.
Dude, New Brunswick.
Olak, yeah.
No, yeah, it was Olak. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Luke was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna get out here, boys."
we get over the bridge, so we just touched down in New Brunswick, and this is
so we're still this is when you're still back in school. 2.5 hours from home. Two hours.
Yeah. And, okay, so this is when we stayed by that roundabout. I think when it was really close to school time. It was September, right? Early September, and Luke was obviously a little younger, a little bit dumber. And he just we always eat at Olak, and I think we ate that day. Obviously, I think, or maybe we just passed through.
Yeah, no, I think we stopped there and ate, but Luke just stayed.
Anyway, Luke's okay, okay, and why he stayed is that he did his degree in UNB, which you have to pass through to get to Fredericton.
Yep.
Of course.
It's completely logical.
But it's just we're literally not that far away from Olak. He's just leave me here, boys. It's fine.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Dude, I'm just
my dad's just gonna come get me. Yeah, we're so confused. Your dad just picked you up. You just sat in Olak for 2 hours or something
wearing his purple polo
for an hour. I don't even know how long.
Yeah.
Left you in Olak and people
for that.
I think it was more so just the
so you don't even go home. But it's the thing is, it wasn't even discussed.
No,
exactly. The entire weekend to tell us you're just going to stay there, and you just
yeah, boys, I'm out.
It was so out of the blue because my dad
tell us.
My dad was. I don't want to drive in the dark, so I got that text on the bridge or something. I'm like, oh fuck, what can I do? And he's like, yeah, I'm going to start heading out now. Say that again.
It makes sense when you think about it.
Yeah, definitely.
It saved you a couple hours for sure.
But I had to spend a good hour and a half at the big stop in Olak, and I'm sure there was lots of fun characters hanging around there.
The fucking Olak.
I just didn't know you had all your stuff. I guess we didn't even know you were going right to school.
Grab a stick of pepperoni and bag of Doritos and hang out on the curb.
Because
to UNB.
This was at the end of the summer, and I was a proctor at UNB, so I had to go up 2 weeks early in August just for training and whatever gets set up for O week. So yeah, that's why I had to be up there for the next Monday for training.
Didn't know you told us you were going right away.
Yeah, I know. I guess I just didn't really think about it too much.
Fuck, that's funny.
Golf went a little.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Just fun. It was I totally forgot about that. It's just a funny thing to.
Just left me off.
Just left you there. It's not it was. It's 2.5 hours from home, but 2.5 hours from home is still kind of like, or 2 hours. No, like 2 hours from home. Yeah,
So when are we doing the trip this
still
year?
good.
July?
Well,
Maybe spring?
I mean,
they gotta
honestly,
open
like,
the bridge up, man.
True.
Maybe, fuck me, I might have to do a Cape Breton trip.
Islanders are gonna burn that thing down. We should start looking into shoulder season in Cape Breton.
That
I'm down
wouldn't
to
be
do
bad.
2. I'm down to do 2. I'm gonna do a
Yeah,
Cape Breton one
I'm
and then a
itching.
Yeah,
PEI one in like August or something like that.
yeah.
Do like a
PEI
June.
opens.
Do like an early June, and it
But
will, I
like-
think, because they need people though. Like Cavendish needs people.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. But Cape Breton's at least something that we can plan like soon and actually know that we can do that. We should look into shoulder season, see if we can get some good deals.
Yeah. No, like my roommates have mentioned
The
doing
thing
that
is,
too.
there's just nothing quite as good as Like, I shouldn't say it's good. But
Who knows? We may
Cavendish
find
is
something
so
better.
perfect, but we'll get to Cavendish. Don't get me wrong.
If they don't burn the bridge down.
Course wise, there's nothing. Yeah, course wise, but just like what Cavendish offers and the convenience of everything.
Yeah.
Is like when you can walk to everywhere.
I feel a little more
They don't
comfortable
really
getting
have that in
up to in Cavendish than probably I will at Cabot Cliffs. Where
well, but the
Magoo,
thing is, Cabot, man, you can't go. Man, Cabot's so expensive, man.
Yeah.
And it's walking only, man. I played Cabot this.
It's walking only.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what?
Dude. It's, man, my heels. I had blisters, man. I was tired. Like, I know I'm complaining. Great, like it was unreal. Like, so I played the Cliffs. I played the Lynx this year. But man, that was the only round I walked. The only 2 rounds I walked this whole year.
Yeah.
You got to get a caddy.
I don't even think they were offering them this year.
Oh, really?
It's like that's $100 there if you want a caddy. I think.
Yeah,
It's
it's
that
expensive.
probably tip them $150 probably. But man, yeah, and you walk like 4.5 hours, 2 days in a row, carrying a bag or like pulling a bag.
Especially when you're trying to get banged up and drink some
Yeah.
beers,
Exactly, man. And you're paying a lot more. Like Cavendish bang for your buck is just like,
yeah,
it's perfect.
Like, there's nowhere better bang for your buck. But yeah, I've been on to do a
But
couple.
honestly, man, we could rip like Bell Bay, Dundee. I don't know. You could do some
Or we
cheaper
could
ones
do,
in the
like,
spring.
Or we could do like a Northumberland.
Yeah.
Northumberland's sick.
Yeah.
Could just do a
Maybe
full
splurge
weekend
and
there.
do a Fox. Or splurge, do 2 rounds at Northumberland, do one at Fox Harbor.
Fuck,
After shoulder
man.
season one.
I'd be down for that.
Stay
That'd be
off.
fun.
Stay off site. Play Northumberland twice. Play Fox Harbor once.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Something
there's
to do,
that
right?
place that
For anyone who
has
doesn't know.
taxidermy.
Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know,
Those dead
Fox
bears.
Harbor is like a nationally ranked.
Dude, maybe that's an option for like May or June.
What are you giggling at, Luke?
You're talking about taxidermy.
Oh man, they have that place up in Northumberland. It's like a cabin. It's full of like
I can
dead
buy a
bears
moose.
That's where we're
moose and deer. Man, it's a good little cabin, and it's like it's got a big field. And,
I think they have a Legion there too. I think they have a
outside.
Legion.
Magoo's
No, you
gonna
just
slide into
hang
bed
out
with
there.
a taxidermy
Man,
box or something.
Man, when we stayed there, one of my brother's buddies woke up with a dead bear in his bed.
Jesus.
Just woke up next to a taxidermy stuffed bear. I don't know which of the clowns put that in the bed with him, but
Yeah, there's a lot of clowns that are on that trip there.
yeah.
Let's just go and see the world and just show them what it really means to live life golden. Yeah, we're golden, baby girl, we're golden. They're about to see it shine.